I was in Houston for games 1 and 2 for the first ever Battle of Texas, Astros versus Rangers, and the Rangers shockingly jumped out to win both games in Houston to take a 2-0 series lead back home. So just based off that alone, they obviously now have the advantage and should win the series. But with that said, the Astros have really built themselves a reputation for playing incredibly well on the road, better than they are at home, especially during the postseason, and it really has been this way since 2017. So I don't really think anyone was truly thinking this series was over. So as good as the Rangers played in the first 2 games, it wasn't the most surprising thing in the world to see the Astros come into Globe Life Field in Arlington and whoop ass, mostly dominating games 3 and 4, tying this series up heading into game 5. Justin Verlander would get the start. The Astros were mostly handling things yet again until Adolis mother bleeping Garcia happened. Adolis Garcia has really been someone I've latched onto, especially this year. Even before 2023, I was aware of him at least somewhat. Like, I knew he was a pretty good player and someone who would likely be a part of the Texas Rangers' future success, and well, as expected, he was one of the better parts of this 2023 Rangers team, one that led the division for a while and made the postseason for the first time since 2016. Adolis was just straight up electric city and a big reason as to why the Rangers' offense was so dangerous. I mean, forget his talent, the dude just simply looks cool, and then of course has that talent. He hits the ball hard, hits bombs, and doesn't seem to be afraid of the big moment, as he's hit multiple walk-off homers in his short career. So it didn't surprise me that he hit some big home runs in his first ever playoff run this year, and it was only a matter of time before he hit a big one in this ALCS against the Astros. So with that, he did, hitting a massive clutch 3-run homer off of Justin Verlander to give the Rangers the lead, their first lead since they won Game 2 in Houston. Skip ahead to the 8th inning, and this is where things got intense. Adolis Garcia walks up to the plate and gets smoked on the first pitch from Brian Abreu. Adolis was immediately pissed off, turning right back at Martin Maldonado, getting in his face, and even pointing, reaching out and touching Maldonado's catcher gear. Every player and coach from both teams ran out. Garcia had to keep being held back, who really wanted a piece of Maldonado, and it was just a lot going on. The umpires soon got together and decided to eject Abreu, the pitcher who hit Garcia. Dusty Baker came out and was pissed, yelling, throwing his hat, and getting thrown out as well, with Adolis Garcia also being thrown out of the game after the umpires talked about it. My initial take was that this was intentional. It was the very first pitch from Abreu to Garcia. It was a fastball. I mean, that alone should make anyone extremely suspicious. Garcia, like I said, is just straight up electric city. The dude is always celebrating on big home runs, and it was no different in Game 5 of the ALCS. Do I know 100% for certain that the Astros made the decision to intentionally throw at and hit Adolis Garcia with a pitch after he celebrated a home run? No, I don't know that, and the situation obviously makes no sense to do such a thing. The Astros were already down by 2 runs, a guy was also already on base. Giving the Rangers another free pass because you're salty is of course a ridiculously stupid thing to do. If this happened on a 2-2 pitch or something, yeah, it's unintentional, but again, it happened on the first pitch. That feels intentional, or at the very least feels like they were trying to send a message to Garcia and didn't necessarily mean for the pitch to smoke him. And even if it wasn't at all intentional, Adolis has every right to be upset. The Rangers and Astros have beef that stems back earlier this same year. It's an incredibly important and incredibly huge game, and I don't think anyone getting hit with a baseball at 99 miles an hour is going to be happy about it, especially when you of course add on all of this context. Jose Altuve would end up hitting the most obvious clutch homer ever, yet another postseason home run, surprise surprise, giving Houston a 5-4 lead in the top of the 9th, a lead in which the Astros would hold on to, winning all 3 games in Arlington, and will now head home to Houston just 1 win away from yet another World Series appearance. So in the end, the Astros most definitely got the last laugh, at least for now. But again, I don't fault Adolis Garcia one bit for being as angry as he was about getting hit. My thinking right now is that they threw at him on purpose. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but that's just how I felt. A first pitch 99-mile-an-hour fastball up and in his first at-bat after hitting a big home run and enjoying that home run is very suspicious to me. You can disagree, and that's fine, but that's where I'm at least for the time being. Whether you're an Astros or Rangers fan, whether you feel Adolis Garcia was thrown at purposefully or not, I think we can all agree that we will all be tuning in for Game 6 of this series. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.